Greetings, I'm Solidus-Skully, and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts 2, where I admittedly made a bit of a fuck-up. You're not going to be seeing it here, it's actually by the time we enter the next segment in the underworld. But, yeah, while I was recording this game, some of the footage got corrupted for the Olympus coliseum, so from the point of Roxas and Twilight Town, which was where I had my backup save feature on the off chance that things might happen, yeah, I pretty much had to record the, well, not record the entire game, I had to pretty much play through the entire game again up to this point after the fill cutscene, due to corrupted footage. These are the pains and the arse that you have to deal with when you record commentary. But yeah, I wouldn't say I suffered through it, but, you know, it was just a bit of a pain in the arse, but it just means I have to be a bit more careful, I suppose. In any case, we're not quite as pimped out as we would otherwise be, but I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty much the only thing I really had to say about that. Kind of a bit of a pain in the arse, but yeah. So if playing skills are a little bit pish, then it's because I haven't been asked to upgrade anything. But again, you'll see it as soon as we head to the save feature, and you'll find Sora's health diminishing by a point. An entire goddamn motherfucking point! And now let's use the power boost to boost our strengths. And then he turns around. So yeah, color-coded for your convenience, we can now go through the green door, which allows us to find out where Mega is gone. I smell a rat, and honestly, I don't think she's ever confronted about any of this. Like, being summoned by Hades, so again, I don't know if she's working for him, she was briefly distracted and then kidnapped by his forces, or anything of the sort, so I don't know, I'm curious. I mean, obviously this is meant to be a ploy to distract Hercules, but again, with Sora and everyone on the case, would these events have happened as contrivedly as they would have done in the movie? I can't say for certain. Yes, item management of the game. The first thing you'll be noticing is that, again, by proxy, the fact that I had to replay the game up to this point, I never really bothered to grind, so yeah, we don't have the additional double jump. We only have the regular pishy Enter the Matrix hop. Anyway, this is the Hydra. Kinda reminds me of the cartoony one from Sly Raccoon, actually. And for those of you wondering, no, I'm not gonna be doing the meme, because fuck you. Yeah, that's how I feel about my audience. I have contempt for your jovial antics. Yes. See, look, he's acknowledging the non-existent crowd. They were able to render them in fucking the land of dragons, but Olympus, they're all gone. Maybe the Chinese emperor had conquered them and demanded they attend to ceremonies as, like, LOD character models. And which, you know what, even in that case, like, a lot of games were able to disguise it, so again, it does make me wonder why Kingdom Hearts wasn't able to do something like that. Either with LOD character models, or like, I don't know, fucking, what was the term again? Billboarding, I think? They used to do it a lot on the, excuse me, they used to do it a lot on the N64 PS1 days. I mean, hell, I think even the PlayStation 2, like, Ratchet & Clank games, you know, for Dreadzone and Annihilation Nation still had that sort of thing going on. It still could have worked, so, I mean, you didn't have to put the crowd, like, right dead center in front of us. But yeah, alongside not allowing you to use your abilities, the underworld also saps you of your strength. Yes, indeed, it's gonna be Sora's Divine Comedy, as we see. Not really sure what the point of that cutscene was. I guess maybe to further illustrate them losing strength, but really it's, I don't know, just kind of another one of those default-based cutscenes that they get a lot of mileage out in this game. Oh, I'm missing high jump already. Could jump up there and get the puzzle pieces, but no. Have to get them much later in the cleanup video. Ho-hum, Pippendale, shippity-whip, other British slang. Yeah, to talk about some other differences in Heartless and enemy designs, yeah, you have some enemies that actually aren't afflicted by magic, which is, quite bizarre, but yeah, you can only attack them with finishing attacks, and shock of all shocks, you'd be surprised to learn that they can be a bit of a pain in the ass to take down. Not necessarily the candlelight ghosts, unless, of course, they happen to do the desperation attack, where they pretty much dig into the ground and flip kick you to hell and back, but yeah. I don't know, if you're good with blocking, then you can pretty much deflect the darkness fireball attack, but I don't know. Just one of those things, really, where you have to be adept at timing, which I am unfortunately not. I mean, I do say that I get better usage out of blocking in this game more than any other Kingdom Hearts game. Well, except for maybe 3, but yeah, I don't know. My timing is off at the best of times, which comes at a bit of a cost of a certain magical ability we get much later in the game, which, if you know how to time it right, you can get some great usage out of, and in some cases is actually kind of broken in aspects, but yeah, for those of you wondering what I'm going to be testing out Reflect, it's going to be very few and far between, so I apologize. AP boost, one for all and all for me. Aerial dive, thought we already had that at this point, and we probably did. But what is this? There is an organization member?
Huh? Oh, you! Wait a sec... Roxas? Excuse me? Roxas? Oh, it's no use. Huh? What are you talking about? Let's see here. If the subject fails to respond, use aggression to liberate his true disposition. Right. Did they ever pick the wrong guy for this one?
You're bizarre. Oh, he's gotta be the thief!
Now that's just plain rude. Dance, water, dance!
So, meet Demyx, the sitar-playing organization member who's a bit of a coward, but actually has one of the most difficult boss fights in the game. Like, I mean, I underestimated this dude much later in the game as his practice round, and yeah. Don't destroy all of his water clones, and you are fucked. Seriously, Demyx can be very imposing when he wants to be, which is admittedly almost never, but this dude is no one to take lightly. Anyway, basically defeat all his water clones before time runs out and you should be okay. We don't actually get to fight this guy, and it's luckily he's very laid back and chill, because his true strength is something to be feared, which is probably what led to a certain fan theory about him being the Master of Masters. Started cropping up, but I don't think it'll pan out to be that because, well, it's a bit too obvious, ain't it?
Not bad, Roxas.
My name ain't Roxas, it's Saurus.
Ooh. Roxas, come back to us.
Guy's a broken record.
Look!
Let's go. Meg needs our help.
And now, right after disappearing, I can't remember if... Well, actually, no, this would have had to have been out of Final Mix, because it doesn't really make any sense for Demyx to just suddenly run away, then come back, briefly explain what the absent silhouettes do, and then leave again. I don't know. I mean, I pretty much explained what the absent silhouettes do, so let's talk a little bit more about Demyx. Either he's connected to the ancient Keyblade legacy, or he comes from a different world entirely, and I don't mean in the Disney sense, I mean from a completely different reality. Which is the current theory that I'm holding on to, given what we have revealed for another member of the organization later on. Anyway, to talk about Demyx, he's... honestly, I'd say he's probably my second favorite member of the organization. I don't know, it's mainly for the fact that he's somebody who doesn't really seem to fit, you know, the dark, mysterious anime powers kind of thing. But at the same time, he's this dude who just likes to chill as a bit of a slacker, and... I don't know. He does what he's told, but at the same time, he doesn't really like to put a lot of effort in, which makes him relatable. Again, it also helps that he happens to be very laid back and chill, so, I don't know. His unusual place in the organization makes him very endearing. We've made it to the lock. And what exactly could be the draw, so to speak? Can't just be for hoik to joik. It seems like there's an ulterior motive. Like there might be some sort of coliseum games that can only be accessed using a keyblade and a lock. But since this place is called a lock, maybe it's just a lock for Hades' bike. You know, when he goes mountain cycling in the Valley of Death. All the hardcore sports fans love that shit. And again, it's only because of the fact that Sora, Donald, and Goofy are probably some of the most indolent pillocks imaginable that they don't happen to question this vast pillar of darkness spewing out from it. No, they're just interested in rescuing the Goyle. It's Megara. They saved her. But at what cost? The light.
Almost there.
Nah, that's what I call a key.
Gee, thanks for your help.
Now have a nice day.
Sora, behind you!
What's wrong? Can't fight in the underworld? Oh, boo-hoo-hoo!
Better think again.
Boo-hoo-hoo! God, I really love Jim Cummings as Pete. He gives like a lot of energy to the voice, and like the voice itself is just incredibly fun. I don't know. It's got like that. It's very much of the era. In fact, I guess he was created. You know, that 1920s. Yeah, we're gonna take you down there. See? I don't know. It's fun. And now let's make. Well, we would have made better usage of Valiform, but we lack the access. By the way, Meg is pretty much the only thing you're gonna be worrying about at this point. Like, I mean, Pete really isn't that difficult at all. Like, I mean, his attacks are pretty much designed to keep you away. It kind of reminds me more of the Panda King from Sly Raccoon. Like, his attacks only exist to keep you away, and, again, since Meg's kind of tied up at the moment, you're primarily just protecting her, as she sort of runs around. I don't know if she has any combat capabilities of her own. I mean, we haven't seen any in Kingdom Hearts, but I'd imagine she probably has some in the movie, but... yeah, just focus your attention on Pete, deflect his bowling balls back at him as he blows up. Well, until he has the "get out of my way" pish defense.
There's too many!
Let's go!
Sorry I'm late. Get Meg out of here. I'll meet you back at the Coliseum.
What about you?
I'm gonna show these guys what happens when they mess with a true hero.
Now wait a sec. Cool?
Sora, I won't leave him.
You'll be okay.
Look, even Herc has his limits. He can't keep winning forever.
Then we'll go back him up.
Get Meg out of here!
Yes, get Meg out of here, said Donald Duck to Pegasus. I mean, it really is one of those moments where you really have to step back and just imagine all these properties interacting with each other. Although, then again, I think in recent day and age, since pretty much literally everyone and their fucking grandmother has a crossover these days, yeah, probably not quite as confusing anymore. I don't know, like, I mean, the 2020s, and I guess even the late 2010s, it really has a fucking thing about, like, multiversal crossover, which... I don't know, like, I mean, it seems to be getting a bit overdone in recent times, but at the same time, I'm not exactly against the idea if the interactions are right, which... Again, I guess is primarily the reason why you want a crossover. You want to see those funny interactions. But again, now that Meg's out of the firing line and we have Hercules here, yeah, we can pretty much just take down Pete to our heart's content. Holy shit, he can summon fucking meteors. Well, okay, that's not really a meteor, that's more of a falling rock. But if Pete increases in power, he could rival the Sephiroth as a super boss. He'd be the fucking boss. That means all the bosses are gonna do what he says. And yeah, that's that. Pete is, served up like a Peter Patter pizza pedal.
This place gives me the creeps. I'll deal with you nitwits next time.
Oh!
Could today possibly get any better? This time, Wonder Breath is going down for good.
And so that's pretty much all she wrote for this world. Well, almost. Because it seems like Hades' plan was twofold. Much like Horon, our pain will be twofold, because not only was Megara kidnapped and used in a ploy against Hercules. So again, I suppose that means in this context she was kidnapped? Because otherwise I think the heroes might have a bit of a what the hell moment with Meg if they... like if she betrayed them? Whatever. Anyway, the thing to notice about the Coliseum is that, yeah, we'll be visiting the underworld a little bit later, because what Sora unlocked was pretty much the Underdrome. That'll pretty much serve as a Coliseum-like thing, you know, for this game. Now, I think you might be wondering, wait, if we've got 2 Coliseum bouts, does that mean there's double the matches, double the fall? Well, yeah. You know what, I'm sure nothing bad will ever happen to the Coliseum, which prompted Hercules to run off. Let's go to the Moogle shop, which, again, as you can see here, holographic Moogles, you can pretty much access the synthesis shop anytime you want. And, well, basically use the hand over materials, buy a few things here and there that you make in the shop, or just stock up on some potions here and there. Bada bing, you do the thing and you should be all green. Anyway, let's talk to Philocrates. What has he got to say? Wisht. The Colosseum's in trouble. We gotta hurry. What does the horse have to say? Pegasus neighs, urging you to go to the Coliseum. So is the horse Pegasus thing speaking that to us? Is it actually neighing? Wouldn't you just say neigh? Who knows? Oh well. Anyway, let's see what Hercules' failure as a hero is all about.
This can't be.
Champ, you're safe.
I failed.
It's not your fault.
I left everyone unprotected. Hades was right. I'm just a washout.
Ah, come on, champ. I didn't train you to think like that.
Wonder Boy.
Phil's right. This is no time to beat yourself up.
I'm some hero.
Yeah.
Don't suppose you got room for one more?
We're in.
Okay, now we have the boss fight with the Hydra. Famous for the line, "Get up on the Hydra's back," repeated by George Costanzo, and, well, again, like, it's not too bad of a boss fight, although it is kind of showing some of the design limitations with, you know, giant bosses like this. But again, it's mainly a case of you can only hit the head, you jump up on the Hydra's back for a, you know, a takedown sort of attack. And again, you do get reaction commands that does kind of sweeten the deal a little bit here and there to make things at least a little bit more cinematic, but again, the problem a lot of these sorts of bosses suffer if you're just fighting them tacitly with the game's primary mechanics is that it's usually like a lot of waiting games kind of things. And again, unlike something like Devil May Cry where you at least have guns to kind of speed the process along, Sora doesn't really have that, so you have like a lot of moments where you're just sort of running around trying to collect shit, or getting to the appropriate point where you can attack the boss, provided that its attacks don't send you far away. Oh shit, here we go. Meme! 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 There! Are you happy, you fucking resentful pillocks? So yeah, apparently the barrels do some damage. Well, not really damage per se, it just sort of knocks out the different heads that you have to slash down in badass anime fashion. Oh man, now it's giving us full head. Yep, the Hydra is giving us head. Lots of head. So many head. I really don't have much to say about this boss fight anyway, it's just a little bit pish, although I would like to comment on Hercules, well, I mean, again, I know he's been stressed out working as a hero, he feels responsibility, but you would have thought, being a hero, that you would have at least taken down the boss, that, you know, kind of destroyed the Coliseum and presumably, like, caused destruction to a lot of people. I mean, we don't see any bodies or, like, screaming civilians to, like, further illustrate, like, his failing as a hero, but I don't know, like, his self-imposed guilt trip just, it feels a little bit half-cut. I'm not gonna say bad, but I don't know, it just feels kind of a little bit out of sorts, really. Just could have been executed a bit better if maybe had a few NPCs, which again is part of the reason why I do understand people's critiques about Kingdom Hearts. Not doing a lot in terms of, having background characters, because really, you kinda need that to illustrate a few certain scenes. Something that isn't really fixed until Kingdom Hearts 3, sadly. And it becomes actually quite noticeable with the Hunchback of Notre Dame world in Kingdom Hearts Stream Drop Distance, so, yeah, it's almost done. We just need one final slash against a boss. There we go! All the heads slashed down in one, and on that note, I am Solidus-Skully, keep it new metal, and I will see you next time for more Kingdom Hearts 2 action. Catch you next time.
I let you down. I'm just... no use.
It's not your fault. Hey, even a god would be exhausted.
She's right. Give yourself a chance to rest.
There won't be any games for a while anyway.
Don't worry about Wonder Boy here. I'll look after him. Sora, Donald, Goofy, I owe you big time.
Hey, it's no big deal. Just let us know if Hades or the Heartless start acting up. We'll take care of it.
Yeah, that's what heroes are for.
When did you three make Hero?
Let's save that for another time. We have to hit the road.
Okay, don't be strangers.
Gosh, I hope you feel better soon, Hercules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, take care, you guys. Stay a little longer next time. We got some serious training to catch up on.
Well, time to go. Oh, I almost forgot. The Olympus Stone.